Well, thank you for that kind introduction. No one does anything alone, and so I am really honored. I think it is appropriate that I'm gathered by my colleagues here who serve the people of Sacramento with the same passion that I hope I've been able to demonstrate over these past 3 decades. And I want you to hear from some of my colleagues in just a few moments, and I want to talk about them. First of all, a happy Hmong New Year to everyone. Mai Vang. I tried. I want to reflect for just a moment as your keynote speaker about why this is such an important celebration, especially this year. The more we live in uncertain times, the more important, I think, to recognize what a remarkable country and community we all live in. When the first woman, Mai Vang, is chosen to lead this celebration, Kathy Yang, there she is, Kathy. It says that barriers are made to be broken. When literally 5% of the current city council is led by Hmong Americans, it says that anything is possible. Shoun Thao and Mai Vang. Thank you. And the more we sometimes feel that, and it's true, that there are great risks going backwards, the more important it is to remember how we actually move forward together. For this anniversary and this celebration is especially important because it is the 50th anniversary next year of Hmong Americans taking that long journey from countries that were in deep distress, coming to this country to start a new life. And here in Sacramento and the greater Sacramento region, we have 40 to 50,000 Hmong Americans who proudly live here, who have started businesses, who have become leaders in our community, who have engaged with our young people and our elders, who have strengthened this community. And so I know we are here on the West Coast, some call it the left coast, but regardless of what some may say this country is about or where it may be going, there are some universal truths. Our country and our community is stronger when we are unified. Our country and our community is stronger when we welcome the refugee and the immigrant to our country. Our country is enriched when we recognize that while we have common values and common goals and common aspirations, that it is beautiful to bring something different to what we are all about. That is a universal truth. And no matter the political wind of the moment, no matter what we need to do to look inside to see, well, we must respond better to maybe some message that's being sent throughout the country, There's one message that we will never ever agree to as Hmong Americans, as Americans of all races, ethnicities, faiths. That message we will never accept is a message that says anybody is not welcome in this country, that anybody is the other, that anybody is lesser than anyone else. The Hmong Americans are Americans. I know in talking to Shoun Thao that 10 years ago, the argument within the Hmong community was, how do we think about reclaiming our own land, our own homelands? And maybe that is still relevant and important. But more important today is, how do we tell the rest of America that Hmong Americans, that all refugees, that all immigrants add to the strength of our country, don't detract from it? That's the significance of this 50-year anniversary. A people who struggled, a people who overcame, a people who knew nobody in coming to a new country, and yet are an essential part of this country and this community. Imagine what it would be like for any American who doesn't believe in the story of the immigrant and the refugee, going to another country in this world and trying to assimilate and to try to be welcome. They could learn a lot from being here today and being with you and being with all of us. Happy New Year. 50 years, 50 more years to come, 150 years, 200 years to come. May the story of the Hmong Americans in Sacramento, in California, in the United States, continue to be written and continue to be a great, great story. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause to our mayor, Darrell Steinberg. Nhớ trong chia cái trong ngày gì cái đi ra bố yêu sẽ lúc bên hoa Mai Vang we have the Sacramento City Council member, not District E. Trong chia lúc nào những trong cứ we're celebrating Hmong New Year. The sun is out, and it's such an honor to be here today. Councilmember Shoun Thao, on behalf of the City of Sacramento, you'll present a call resolution. So, Kathy Yang here, Victor Kana, all Sacramento Hmong New Year board, if they don't show if they'll present resolution. So, the board can come up here. We'd love to present your resolution. And as you're coming up here, I'm going to give the mic to all the elected officials just to introduce themselves and say a few words while we're waiting for Kathy and her entire team to come up here to receive the city resolution.